All right, this I can statement says I can create a position versus time graph to describe the motion of an object. So we're going to go ahead and create a position versus time graph using this same scenario here of Andrew. And we'll do that simply by walking through his steps. I went ahead and drew down here a quick graph, the bones of the graph in terms of the x-axis and y-axis and how it will be labeled. It says here to draw a quick sketch of the distance versus time graph of Andrew's trip. So I've gotten it started for us. All right, so let's look at this. It says Andrew rode his bike to school at a steady rate of 12 miles an hour east and reaches his school in 1 hour. So we know he goes 12 miles in 1 hour. So I'm going to start here. This is going to represent his, we'll say home, if he starts at home. And he's going to go 12 miles in that 1 hour. So I'm going to make a point right at 1 hour where he reached 12 miles. Then I connect the dots. So this shows he went 12 miles in 1 hour. It says that he stops at school for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a point about 30 minutes later. I'm going to keep it right at 12 miles again. Whoops. Right at 12 miles. Simply because he hasn't gone any further than 12 miles because he's standing still. So I'll connect the points here. Go ahead and erase this point that I messed up on. Here we go. All right, the next part says he rides his bike at a steady speed of 6 miles an hour west and arrives back home in 2 hours. So he's going back in the other direction. And it looks like after about an hour, he's gone, it says 6 miles an hour. So he's gone 6 miles in an hour. Then he goes another 6 miles in the next hour until he gets to about 3.5 hours. So let's connect the dots right here. Okay, let's review this graph to make sure it makes sense. Right here, the slope would say that he's going 12 miles per hour, which makes sense. He went 12 miles in 1 hour. Here, the slope would say that he's going 0 miles per hour, which makes sense because he's not moving. This part of the slope would say he's going 6 miles per hour, which makes sense because in this hour, he went 6 miles, and in this hour, he went 6 miles, which leaves us at a slope of 6 miles per hour.